Hello, my name is Lisa Barrett, and this is my professional research presentation. To guide my research and the completion of my PowerPoint presentation, I chose a question that I came up with, and the question is, how can I teach middle-level students social and emotional learning skills through a service learning project? In this PowerPoint presentation, I will define what social and emotional learning is. I will define what service learning is. I will provide an overview of the 5 elements of social and emotional learning. I will provide information on a project that could be used to teach social and emotional learning. I will identify the procedures, steps in planning, expectations for student behavior during the project, and I will also provide an overview of what a teacher's role is during the event. I will also provide an extension of service learning and review of what students learned as far as an overview goes. And I will also identify what social and emotional skills can be learned through an event like this. What is social and emotional learning? Social and emotional learning is a method that is used to teach middle-level students about life skills. These skills that middle-level students learn help them to work more effectively with their peers at school, their teachers, themselves, and any other people that they may encounter. Students learn how to work with themselves, control their emotions, and identify the emotions that need to be controlled within themselves. What is social and emotional learning? Social and emotional learning is a method that is used to teach middle-level students about life skills. These skills that middle-level students learn help them to work more effectively with their peers at school, their teachers, themselves, and any other people that they may encounter. Students learn how to work with themselves, control their emotions, and identify the emotions that need to be controlled within themselves. What is service learning? Service learning is a strategy that teachers use to teach and help their middle-level students learn about how service projects teach life skills and how the community benefits through service of students that participate in a service learning project. The 5 elements of social and emotional learning that need to be taught prior to a service learning event are self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. Self-awareness is a very important life skill for middle-level students to develop. Teachers can model these behaviors through service learning experiences of many different types. Students will learn how to identify their emotions and their thoughts, and will also learn how to identify which emotions and thoughts influence their behavior in positive and in negative ways. Students will also learn how to evaluate what their strengths are and evaluate what they are capable of through reflection. What is self-management? Self-management skills are how middle-level students learn how to work with others in the community. Middle-level teachers can provide experiences to develop these skills by creating hands-on learning experience for all students through various types of service learning projects. Students learn how to control their behaviors, monitor their emotions, and control the way that they act in various types of situations. And as a positive result, students will learn to increase their self-management skills, and through this, they can learn to set reasonable goals that they can successfully reach as they continue to grow. What is social awareness? Social awareness is the way that students learn to respect various perspectives through interactions and conversations with others. Teachers can increase class discussions to help students develop these skills. Through these class discussions, students can learn to be more empathetic towards others. They can learn how to be more flexible. And students can learn how to identify different social norms and the perspectives of others. Relationship skills are the way that students understand social awareness and build skills to build strong relationships in the classroom. Students refine their relationship skills and define stronger attributes. They can become more cooperative, successful, and tolerant communicators. Teachers can also facilitate these skills through collaborative activities to enhance relationship skills that will benefit students as they actively participate in a service learning project. Responsible decision making is a very important element for middle level students to develop. Students need to learn how to make responsible decisions. Students also need to form these decisions by weighing the advantages and disadvantages of a situation that they are in. Students form these skills by having a teacher facilitate opportunities to learn within the classroom. They learn how to problem solve through assignments, group projects, and service projects teach responsible decision making for middle level students. Sadly, hunger and homelessness affect millions of families and children throughout our nation. I have chosen to use literature as a tool to increase awareness of homelessness within the classroom. The possibilities for this application are endless because literature can be used as a separate teaching tool. But for the service learning project, I have chosen to activate prior knowledge with a book called Open Our Eyes. As a class, we would read certain chapters from Open Our Eyes to develop awareness. My objective is to increase my students' awareness and empathy for those that are less fortunate in our surrounding communities. For the service learning project, Middle School Hunger and Homelessness, I felt that it was very appropriate for 6th through 8th grade. Prior to this slide, I provided an overview of how a teacher must provide literature examples on what homelessness is and how it affects children through the book Open Our Eyes. As a class, we would form discussion groups on what misconceptions that we have, that other students might have, about homelessness in our community and in other communities throughout the United States. As a class, we would work to clarify misconceptions about homelessness. And this is where the teacher would need to step in and help students clarify what the misconceptions about homelessness are. For the steps in planning the service learning project, the students can be involved in every aspect of the planning process. First, we would come up with a student-teacher plan. We would make necessary contacts in the community and choose the donation location for our proceeds after our service learning event. We would then secure donations for our bake sale through grocery stores or through donations from families within our school community. We would need to find a good location large enough for the baking to occur for our sale. We would also need extra volunteers to help us in the kitchen. And then lastly, we would need to pick a final date for our bake sale. As with all service learning projects, my students would need to have expectations for student behavior. First, we would review the 5 elements of social and emotional learning, therefore activating prior knowledge. We would review safety procedures, money handling procedures, and review the purpose of why we are completing this service learning event. After those elements, I would make sure that there was enough time to provide answers for any questions that are asked. A teacher's role during a service learning event is very important. Observation of students during the service learning event ensures that students are successfully following through with their roles. A teacher should use a guideline from a rubric to assess how her students are doing. Getting involved with each area of service learning is very important and models good behavior to students. Then after the service learning event is completed, teachers should provide immediate feedback to all students. The way that a teacher provides feedback to the class is very important. The teacher should provide very specific information on how the event went, then reveal how much was raised for the donation, provide time for student feedback and self-evaluation, and have students evaluate themselves, each other, and evaluate how the event went so that their voices are heard and they can feel like they were an even larger part of the service learning event. With every service learning event, there should be an extension of how the service learning went, and there should be certain procedures that need to be followed. First, students and teachers should write thank you notes to the volunteers and the people who donated the products for the bake sale. Second, you can create a donation letter and a card together as a class to send to the homeless shelter that we have chosen. Third, we can review the importance of appropriate correspondence and how we follow through with procedures after the service learning event is done. A social and emotional student review is a very important aspect of the procedures and extension of the service project completion. A teacher should use a student review to gauge how her students learned through the service learning event. So what did students learn? What could they learn? The possibilities are endless, but here are some basics. First, students learn about themselves and their peers. They learn about making responsible decision choices. They learn about homelessness. They learn about completing a service learning project, the planning, the preparation, the procedures, and the follow-up work that needs to be done for completing a project like this. They also learn about relationships through working with others in the community, and they learn about the importance of working collaboratively in a group. From a teacher's perspective, what social and emotional skills would students learn from a service learning project such as this one? Well, first and foremost, students learn how to work collaboratively with others. They learn how to reach the less fortunate through the giving of their time. Students develop self-awareness, empathy, and life skills. They learn important relationship skills, decision-making skills. They also learn how to budget their money and their time and how to fundraise so that they are able to donate the proceeds to an important cause. And they also learn how to deal with problems that might occur. So through all of these important aspects of social and emotional learning, I was able to identify how to teach social and emotional skills through a service learning project. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.